What's up everyone, Daniel here with the Pinocho YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in today, I appreciate you. Within this video, I would like to take some time and I want to find out if the downtown taxi cab within GTA 5 Online is actually worth it. I want to find out if driving people around under this taxi business does pay well, or at least how much it pays. So by the end of this video, we will be well acquainted with what we can expect from the downtown taxi cab company from GTA 5 Online. Should you have any questions at any point throughout this video, I'm going to highly encourage you to drop a comment down below and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. I also have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I would truly appreciate your support on there. Don't forget to please hit my subscribe button and ring that bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. With that being said, let's get on into this. Let's begin with locating the downtown taxi cab company, and it's going to be located in East Vinewood right here. As you can see, it is next to the arm wrestling symbol, and you are going to see a little taxi cab symbol, and it's actually right next to the casino. Once we get to the location, this is what it looks like on the outside. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to walk up to this door right here that you see. And then we're going to want to go to this little blip right here, and then we're going to want to press right on the D-pad. From here, the game is actually going to begin to load us into the taxi driving. As you can see, so now we've appeared in the taxi and we're ready for work. From this point, we're going to get customers that do pop up. Little blue blips will pop up on the radar, and then we essentially drive over to them. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. So now I am about 3 people in, and as you can see, I've earned a total of $3,366, and that's with the 3 people that I've dropped off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop off about 10 people, and I want to see the total amount that I'm able to earn dropping off 10 people, so that way we can get a good idea as to what we could expect in terms of earnings from the downtown taxi cab. Let's get into the performance aspect of driving the downtown taxi cab here. So as you can see right here, my tip is going to be $1,330 and the fare is $120. Now, one thing that I did notice is that no matter what I'm doing, if I'm driving the correct way as we would in real life, or if I'm driving super fast, no matter what, it goes down about every 30 seconds or so. So no matter what, the fare does decrease every 30 seconds. So the overall idea that I'm taking from the downtown taxi cab is that we're going to want to get there as quickly as we can. So that's one thing that I did keep in mind. No matter how I was driving, even if I was following the rules, the fare still went down. So that's why I came up with the conclusion that I'm just going to have to get there as fast as I can. Keep in mind, if I'm crashing along the way, then the fare also decreases for the crashes as well. So there is a couple of variables that we have to consider. We do have to get there as fast as we can, but we have to get there with minimal accidents along the way. This video clip right here that I am playing is in real time, so feel free to go ahead and time the tip right there on your end to go ahead and see how long it does actually take for the fare to drop. But from my personal experience, that's what I am experiencing on my end. You can see right here that I did make it to the destination and I am dropping off the customer, getting my earnings, and I'm going to go ahead and go about to the next job. So in the last job, we earned $13.70. I am curious to see what we are going to earn on this job. So this right here is the next job. So this tip is going to be $14.10 and the fare is going to be $134. So it does look as though the more jobs that I am doing, in fact, the tip and fare is increasing, which is a good thing. As I'm driving right here, the fare is at $12.84 and I hit this tree and it jumps down to $11.43. So I want to show you that crashing does significantly decrease the tips that we are going to be receiving. If I'm correct, it looks as though the fare stays about the same, but what fluctuates is the tip. For this specific customer, we made $1,235 and the total amount that we received is $5,971 of taxi work. So that's about $5,000 and we're about 5 people in, as you can see right here. We're going to go off to our next destination and we're going to repeat this until we hit 10 people. So we dropped off the 5th, we are picking up the 6th, and on this one, the tip is going to be $15.70 and the fare is $102. So I guess it doesn't increase the more that we are doing. I'm assuming every single person is going to pay differently. And I'm assuming that's also going to depend on how far they need to be driven. And again, this is all assumption. I'm getting the experience as we're going. But for this person right here, the fare is looking at 102 and the tip is going to be 15.39. Let's fast forward to the end and let's see what we finish off with. Made it to the destination with a fare of 102 and a tip of 14.45. So total, we've done 6 people and we've earned a total of $7,518. Dropping off the 6th, picking up the 7th right here, we have received a fare of 107 and the tip is 1610. So now I'm starting to see that essentially we're going to be working for those tips. The fare isn't something that would make the downtown taxi cab worth my time alone. So having that tip is something that may make this beneficial. At the end, I will be able to tell you more on my opinions if this is helpful or not. But right now, this is the 7th person that we are driving on over to their destination. And just to confirm, their fare is 107 and the tip is going to be 1610. Depending on how fast we get there, as you can see, I just crashed and it went down to 1530. We've now reached the 7th destination and I ended that one with an income of 1541. So on the 7th person, I earned 1541 and we are now at a total income of $9,059. So that is on the 7th. I'm going to head to pick up the 8th right now. The 8th person that I picked up had a fare of 126 with a tip of 1750 and the total mileage is about 1.96 miles. So I'm going to get them there and I'm going to fast forward to the end so we can go ahead and head on over to the next person. So we're on the 8th client. The fare is going to be ending at 126 and the tip is at 1485. So that was a total of 1611. The total that I've earned so far is $10,670 worth of taxi work. I'm going to head on over to the 9th person. So we're now picking up the 9th person and it looks as though this fare is going to be 126, the tip is 1810 and the mileage is about 2.26. As of yet, I'm not fully sure if the mileage is reflecting the tip or fare. However, we're on the 9th person, fare is at 126 and tip is at 1810. Let's get to the destination and see what we're paid out here. So as we approach the destination, we ran into a little bit of trouble here. As you can see, the fare is currently at 126 and the tip is going to be ending at 1177, as you saw right there, which is actually really funny. And that is the 9th person. So the 9th person, we made a fare of 126 with a total of 1177. So that was a total of 1303 and a grand total of taxi work is at $11,973. I'm going to go ahead and head on over to the 10th destination. The 10th customer is going to be providing us with a fare of 115 and the tip of 1910 with about 3.40 something miles on out. I'm going to let this one play out a little bit real time so that way you can see the tip here being deducted real time, and then I'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit to the destination. But I'm going to let this play out for about a minute or so that way we can actually see the fare being deducted real time again. You're going to see the fare is going to be deducted right around right there, as you can see. Now, for this 10th person, I kind of got lucky because I was able to cut on the destination. So I'm going to let that play out right here real time, and you're going to see that I was able to actually cut into their destination. So that way I was able to keep a bigger tip. Now, if you're able to cut corners and take shortcuts, I highly recommend to do so that way you can earn a larger tip at the end of the payouts. This is where I noticed that I can actually take a shortcut right here and then just drop them off at their destination. It looks as though the 10th person is going to end with a fare of 115 and a tip of 1853. That brings us to a grand total of 1968, and we've made $13,941 worth of taxi work, and that is with 10 people. So now that we've collected this data, let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. So that is a grand total of $13,941. I probably drove about 15 to 20 miles. You could even do a recap if I'm correct. The ones that we have on video equate to about 14 miles, give or take. And then there was 3 customers before that I didn't put on video. But the miles that I do have recorded do equate to about 14 miles. So let's add on about an extra 5 or 6 miles and let's call it an even 20. Let's say I drove 20 miles around, and that is an accurate ballpark of what I drove, and I earned $13,941. Whether this is worth it or not is going to be determined by the player themselves and their playing style, what they have going on their end. And allow me to elaborate. Let's say if a player doesn't have investments or they're not investing into the game, they're not buying any Game Shark cards or anything like that, and let's say if a player is looking to make quick money, I do feel like this is a great way to go about making quick money, and it's also honest money within GTA. This is probably some of the most honest money that I've come across and being able to make within GTA, and it's also the easiest. It is essentially driving from point A to B over and over and over until you achieve a certain amount of money that you were trying to achieve. So ultimately, the downtown taxi cab within GTA 5 Online, for what it is, it actually does pay decent. I wouldn't say it pays well, and I wouldn't say it pays a little. For what we are doing versus what we are making, I feel it is actually decent, and it's fairly fair, so to speak. I mean, we're essentially driving from A to B and we're receiving a certain amount of money. How many fares we choose to do would determine how much money we get. You kind of get the idea. For me personally, you can see that my nightclub right here has deposited 45,000 into the safe. So investing may be a better way to go if you are looking to make faster cash, a larger amounts as well, or running missions and or heists. You can kind of get the idea. But if you're just starting out, you don't have any investments and you're trying to stack up some cash, doing some taxi work is definitely not a bad way to go. Check it out at the very least, see how much you make on your end. But there you go. There you have it. That is my opinion on the downtown taxi cab within GTA 5 Online. Should you have any questions, I encourage you to drop them down below and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me and ring that bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I also have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I would truly appreciate the support on there as well. Thank you all for tuning in yet again. You have a great day.